Hey folks, welcome back to Nine Toes Fishing. Today's video is all about Frittsides and Footballs. We'll see you on the water. So listen, in today's video, we are out on the Columbia River fishing a well-known springtime hotspot for smallmouth. It's back in a cove where there's like a roadbed, right? So when you think about the spring, these fish are strapping their feed bags on, right? They're moving shallower and shallower as the water warms into areas where they can feed up for the spawn. And so in this particular spot, there's a really nice long roadbed that comes up to, about 5 or 6 feet of water. Drops off fairly deep on both sides. Now there's also some clam bed or shell beds down on one end. There's some weeds, some grass, just lots of good areas for smallmouth and the occasional walleye even. They move up, pin them against those rocks and just feed, right? Live scope plays a little bit of a role in how we catch them this time of year. There's no doubt about it. But they're tucked so close to the bottom, you have to be really vigilant on knowing what you're looking at, right? And so this isn't an area or a time of year where I'm going to stand there and just stare at my live scope all day long. What I mainly use it for is to kind of scan an area and see, are there active fish, where they are, and what are they doing? And, this time of year, they move around a lot, right? So they're going to run up and down this roadbed. But every once in a while, and you'll see in today's video, you can catch a pot of them and just go to work. So, what you're going to see today, it's a 77-minute long video. So yes, this is one a little bit on the longer side. But I catch 18 fish in this 77-minute window. It is an absolute blast. Averaged about, 4.23, I think it was like 4.27 fish every minute. Or a fish every 4.27 minutes, sorry. So there's a lot of fish catches in the video. Now, I don't talk a lot about what I'm doing while I'm fishing, and I'm going to work on that so that you guys can get a little bit better idea of what I'm doing, kind of get in my head a little bit. So before we get to the video, I do want to talk about the two things that we used during this particular day to catch them. One is the Norishida blade, just a standard blade bait, and then the Frittside crankbait. And so we'll cut to a shot now of... So cut that part out. So let's take an up close and personal look at those two particular baits. I'll talk about the gear that I use, the line, reel, rod, all of that, and then we'll talk a little bit about how we fish them. And you'll see on this particular Frittside, it's about ready to be retired, right? So that particular crankbait over the past 3 or 4 years has probably put, I bet 300 fish in the boat, and that's probably being a little bit light. It is beat up. It has taken an absolute whooping, all scratched up, but the thing still swims, holds up well, and obviously still catches fish, as you'll see today. So anyways, let's take a look at the lures we use, and then we'll talk a little bit about the gear. So let's talk a little bit about the baits that we're using today. So the one on the top right is, I can't remember the color of those two, but they're Berekely Frittsides. So they're a flat side crankbait. really nice tight wobble, which is key in the spring. You don't want anything too erratic because that water temp is still pretty cold, and you don't have baitfish just wiggling around like crazy. So a nice tight wobble. It's got a coffin bill, so it deflects off the water or off the rocks really nice. And just one of the best ways I've found to catch them in the spring, especially on the river, is at Berekely Frittside, and they have both been through, they look like they've been through a war, but they still swim nice, they still catch fish. You know, that one on the top has probably put 300 fish in the boat, and that's not an exaggeration. You know, I'll fish them two different ways, so, you know, they dive about 7 feet. So if you run it on like 10-pound line, 10 to 12, you'll get that 5 to 7 foot depth out of them. If you want to go a little bit deeper, I like to downsize a line to like 8-pound fluorocarbon. That'll get it down just a little bit deeper, and that's the best way that you can control the depth, is to adjust your line size up and down. They'll run a little shallower or a little deeper depending on what you're running. Now that one on the bottom right, and forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, it's called the Norishida blade bait. Again, a really thin bait, right? Heavily weighted in the front. It's in a 1/2 ounce, I believe, and it's like a red craw, hot craw, whatever color you want to call it. And that's generally fished on spinning rods. I like braided Floro. Cast it out, let it sink to the bottom. Depending on the mood of the fish, you know, a slow lift of your rod tip, or a little bit more aggressive depending on how they are. Keep it on a semi-slack line as it drifts down back towards the bottom. Pull it back up again. 99% of your strikes are going to come when that thing is falling back to the bottom. So it's important to keep some contact with your line so you can feel those bites, because sometimes they're super subtle, and you'll miss some fish that way, or they get it too deep, and that can be a problem with the blade bait sometimes. So just being really attentive. I didn't catch a lot on this video on the blade bait, maybe 2 or 3, but there will be a few videos coming out where that was all I caught them on. It just really depends on their mood. So now that we've talked about the baits a little bit, let's go back and talk about the gear, what I'm using, and then kind of what I'm targeting. So listen, now we've talked about the baits. Let's talk a little bit about the rods. So when I'm using those square bills, the Fritsides, jerk baits, stuff like that, my number one rod, I've got just a Lews speed spool reel, nothing fancy, about $100. The rod though is really where you separate performance, right? So, excuse me, I use the Alpha Angler slasher. So it's a 6'10". It's designed for jerk baits, right? Good backbone, nice tip, everything you want in like a square bill or a jerk bait style rod, right? You need enough tip to where when they grab it on these treble hook baits, you're not pulling those trebles out of their mouth. And there's a ton of manufacturers out there on rods. Here's what I'll tell you. Using the right rod with the right action will put far more fish in the boat than a bait that is designed to catch them. And what I mean by that is, if you're throwing a jerk bait or a square bill on a rod that's too stiff, the likelihood of you getting that fish in the boat is severely depleted, because you're yanking on those treble hooks, and they're notorious for just pulling hooks out of their mouth, right? So you need something with enough tip, enough give to be able to keep them pinned, and then the backbone to get them to the boat. And that Alpha Angler slasher is not a cheap rod. It's like $250. But it is worth every penny that I spent on it, and hands down the best rods I've ever used. I'll link them down in the bio. I'm not sponsored by them. They're not, I don't staff for them, nothing. They're just a Pacific Northwest company, owned by a really good guy that cares about quality over anything else, right? When you think about people who use them, you know, they're getting more and more and more well known with elite anglers. most notably probably Polinick has basically put those dudes on the map. He has won more money with the Alpha Angler DSR, I think, than he has with any other rod, and that's a spinning rod, a drop shot rod. I don't have one of those yet. I've got the Alpha Angler Rebound and the Slasher, and I'm trying to figure out what other ones I want. They have a deal out there they call the Pro Pack, where if you buy 4 rods, you get 1 free. Super good deal. A lot of money still, but super good deal. Anyways, so that's what I use. I generally will put that on 10-pound test. If I want to get the crankbait down a little bit deeper, I'll run 8. But for the most part, in the spring with these square bills, it's 10-pound fluorocarbon, the Alpha Angler Slasher, Lews speed spool. Just a great combination, great performance, and it has put so many fish in the boat over the last 3 or 4 years that I've had it. So that's kind of the gear. The area I talked about it a little bit earlier, but Columbia River, big long roadbed, deep drops on each side. Just a great place for those smallmouth to push the bait fish up against and feed. They can kind of trap them there, chase them around. They don't have to do a ton of work to feed up lots of crawfish, clamshell, stuff like that. So just a really good area. As you get closer to the very end and towards the back of that cove, you start running into a big wall of weeds. And I like to target the edges of those weeds. And if you can keep it clean, either over the top of them or alongside of them, they'll often skirt those weed edges as well. And then you pick up the occasional eater walleye. I've caught several walleye off of this roadbed throughout the year. Drop shotting, square bills, blade baits, and they're yummy. So they go in the live well and then in the belly. We release them to the grease, as they say. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Sorry I got a little long-winded. Now we got a lot of plans this winter and a lot of footage to get through. We're going to try and make a good run at this and see if we can't get monetized anyways by the next 30 to 90 days. We definitely have the view hours. We just got to get more subscribers and stuff. So we're going to work on that. We're going to be a little bit more consistent at putting out videos. I have to make myself, even when I'm tired after working 10, 11 hours, whatever, I'll get more consistent. We'll get you guys some good content. As always, if you guys want to have me cover something specific, talk about a technique, whatever, just shoot them down in the comments, and I'll get to everyone. I promise I read all of them. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love you to do that. It's one of the most important ways to support the channel, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Let's have some fun this winter and put out some footage, and we'll do everything we can to show you how to catch some fish. Now, off to the video. 18 fish in 77 minutes. Absolute blast of a time. Let's go to the water. fish. Oh, it's a huge one. Yeah, tank. Yeah. Come here, don't fall off. That is what we come out here for. That's what you come out here for. That is a big old smallie. That is a big old smallie. I got 7 and 5 right now. Hey. That's a big old smallie. We found them. See how many we can catch. Weird spot. Blade bait in here too. It's close to, I mean, I don't know if it's the spot that I got them at last year, but it's close to it. I feel like I was down a little bit farther. Like 6 feet right up there. You can keep it out of the weeds. You can catch them. The hard part's getting them out of the weeds, or keeping them out of the weeds. If they're hungry, this way.
Never had luck with this damn thing, and I want to. I've had some follows, but literally follows has been about all I've done with it. Good one. Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, this is why we fish out here this time of year. I mean, these things are just tanks. Pull one of the little guys back. Surprised really that they're this far back already. I guess it shouldn't, but it does. Oh. Yeah, I've got 7 in the live well right now. Yeah, a bunch of 3.5 pounders. Damn. Yeah, that one, the big one that I've got in here is probably about that. Oh, is he? Oh, are ya? Are you seeing anything? Yeah, I'm in the back now, kind of where I was telling you, where you said that shell bed or whatever it was. Yeah, there's like the boat, kind of in between like a ride and everything. Yeah, they're sitting on both sides. And I've been catching them on the blade bait mostly now. Yeah, the biggest one that I caught was on a blade bait. Huh, I don't think I've ever been down in that area. Is it, where, are you down by like the Boardman area or the other direction? Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, if I can keep this damn thing out of the grass, they are just munching it. But I'm gonna have to go here in probably about an hour or so, so I can get home in time to get ready to leave. We're just going to have dinner, and I can't be late for that, or she'll off me. No. Yeah, so I still have a job, which is good. But I'm just gonna end up staying at my store. Yeah, I didn't get an explanation, so I was a little disappointed that I didn't get a phone call, but whatever. Yeah, I guess I'm a spoke GM is what they call me. I think I'll be a no GM soon. I think within the next year they're gonna get rid of the GMs and just have one GM run multiple boxes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking with some of these decisions they're making, but whatever. Yeah, let's have a job, right? No, I think jobs are stupid, but I kind of gotta go. I need money to buy like fishing tackle and plastic worms. All right. Yeah, right. I'm gonna give her about another hour or so, and then seen him, but he seems pretty big. Yeah, he's pretty good. Looks a little wonky, but and I don't think I'm gonna leave this spot. maybe move down a little bit, but I mean, these things are huge. What an awesome day. We'll let this one go. I mean, if you're gonna call for it, like, that's pretty freaking stupid. So I can mark 9 for sure. Clicker. I'm gonna let 2 go. I'll do 12 to be on the safe side. I think this crankbait has had it. As long as it still catches fish, I'm going to keep throwing it. So, probably didn't talk about this much at the beginning, but this is an Alpha Angler Slasher, a Lews speed spool, 12-pound fluorocarbon on a that hot craw or whatever Frittside. It's fishing the top of the road bed. That in the spring is just on fire. There's always fish that hang out here. And there's a little clam, a little shell bar down here that several of them right here in front of me. And they bite so close that it's hard to hook them. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. Stop. They keep thumping it like right next to the boat, and it's super hard to get them to stay pegged. But they'll I should probably move off them a little bit, but I think they use the boat as shade or cover or whatever. It seems like they're always under the boat. I can move off them 2 feet, they'll still be under the boat. Move off them 10 feet, they're still under the boat. I'm sitting right now in 10 feet of water. There's a little dip that comes up there, and then it's got a hole, and then another rise on the backside of it. And they just kind of sit in there. And they'll move up and down and up and down. As many fish as I've caught on this crankbait, this particular one, because it is beat up. The hooks are still sticky sharp. 11:30. Got time for a few more. Blade bait again for a few minutes. How he missed it. Bet you if you look, this is the bite window for the day. on the bet. Not huge, but it's a good one. Like 2 more. Started at 11. Now at 26 for the year. A lot of grass. If you can just keep it out of the grass. Probably shouldn't smack your crankbaits on the ground like that. Break a lot of bills that way. Good one. Well, not as good as I thought, but not terrible. Come here, little guy. Another good one. Couple pounds. Yeah, the rope's right there. There it is. Oh, did he get off? He did. Cool. Biggin. Like, God, he sure hit it hard. Yeah, I think this is a big one. It's not fighting like a bass, though. Yeah, it's a big one. Right about the end of my cast, there's a bunch of them sitting there. I mean, grown one. Right at the edge of my casting distance. All schooled up right there or something. Oh, grown one. Oh, he got up. Come on, get it. Oh. That was a good one. Just come back here. Got him. Yeah, I love this. It's a grown one. Not how big. Big. Yeah. Yeah. grown. It's a 2.5, maybe bigger. I mean, I gotta chuck that thing about as far as I can. But they are piled up there. Oh, yes. Another one. Grown. Let's run so I don't wreck it. Grown up. Woo! God, that thing is a tank. Glad I was persistent and hung around, because days like this with fish like this, it doesn't happen very often, folks. My gosh. My gosh. The other little dwarf. I mean, come on. This is an absolutely unbelievable day. Let's just for fun, let's just see. Clicker a couple more times.
There are so many fish over here, dude.
Show off?
Watch this. If you go like maybe just 20 yards over there and just cast right in there. There's 100. It's a pretty good one.
You getting ready to bag it?
Pretty good one. Not yet.
Dude, those ones down there are built different. There's about one different. They're all fat. Nice.
Hold on. Oh, come here, Daddy.
Nice.
All of them. Like every one I've caught except that little guy, they're all the same size.
Yeah.
I just throw as far as I can over to this little hump over here, and it's like every other cast, they're just...
And you've got it in this spot where they're just stacked before.
Yeah. I know.
Any of those shells?
I haven't yet, but I've been bumping some weird feeling stuff, so...
That shell thing, maybe. I don't know. I found it twice, but I've never marked the damn thing. Alright, I'm gonna cast it.
Alright. It's been like this for 30 minutes, I bet. God, that's a tank. Oh. Yeah, it's been chilly. I only caught a couple in this pile off the blade bait. Everything else has come off that Frittside. As much as they were eating, I figured I could throw a Alabama rig, and I've got it tied on, but I can't get them to eat it. Golly, stop it. Yeah, I can't get them to eat it. I've caught a few on that Berekely digger. The Berekely digger. It goes just a little bit deeper. Yeah. You know, and I've got a couple of them in different colors, and I don't particularly care for them. Golly. Right at the boat. He hit it about 6 times. I got a new camera this year. It's a Sony ZX1 or ZV1, whatever it is. It's a regular camera, but it shoots. It's a regular camera, but it's made for like this kind of stuff. This is the first time I've gotten to use it because it was raining. There you go. It was raining every other time I've been out, and it's not waterproof, so no. So I use the Go. I've got it still. I don't. I should, but I don't.
I've been seeing some YouTube videos posted with that 360.
Yeah. We'll play with it this year, maybe some.
Like Bradley Allman always all his.
Hey, there's a shell.
Shell?
Yeah. Oh no! Looked like it. This is where I came last year too, and absolutely just smacked them for hours.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. It's kind of weird. Like if you look at it on the Panoptics, there's like just a bunch of these.
Yeah, with kind of with weed beds in between.
Yeah, and that's the trick, keeping it out of the weeds.
Right.
There's a good one.
Yeah, they must.
Yeah, that's a grown one. Not as long, but he's fat. Boy, he ate that. Golly. Yeah. He, God. Badly. I am at times, and other times I'm not. But I also think this crankbait has seen better days.
I think that might too. It's missing some of the lip for sure.
And mine doesn't float anymore.
Uh-oh. I need to change this one's. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if I need to change the lens.
Yeah, this one's caught so many fish it sinks now.
Is it?
Yeah, it just sinks.
You know what? Mine sinks too.
Does it?
Not normally.
No, I thought they were supposed to float.
Well, you know, I guess it did float normally, but I've lost this crankbait twice today.
Really?
Cast it off once, come back, I cast it out, hung it up, then when I cast it off, I balled up my spool, and when I was cutting it out, I must have nipped the line, and I hit a rock and broke it off again, and then I nipped the line and got it back.
Nice. I still have the 4 I started with.
I don't know that I lost any, but I take people and then go home. Yeah, by people I mean my dad.
Oh, you're not alone trying to take stuff from him. I've tried to get a frog and a spook from him for a while, and he just keeps catching me in the act.
I tried some other stuff. I just can't get a right reaction.
Yeah, I can't either. Calm down. Calm down. There's so many fish over there. I was sitting right on top of them earlier, and I must have caught, I don't know, 10 right at the boat. And so I'm like, well, maybe I'll just back off them about 30 yards and try it that way. And now I'm still catching them under the boat. It's like they follow you. Yeah.
Yeah. See if we can get one on the old shallow smoothie. There you go. Yeah. Thought about throwing it, but I cut it off earlier and decided I don't want to tie it back on. Yeah, yeah.
On my own trailer I made.
Nice. Tank. That's a tank. How big is that one?
3/4.
Chili bowl strikes again. I love this color.
The chili bowl?
Yeah.
Which one's that? The smoothie?
Yeah.
Oh, they come up and eat it.
Yeah, that's a grown one. I'll weigh them and see. I haven't weighed a single fish today. I mean, I know several of them were right in that 3-pound range. Here in Banks Lake, this thing seems to be the only places I really catch them real well. $2.11.
11 ounces or 2.1?
2 pounds 11 ounces. I can get this thing down about 10 feet. Yeah, I'm only throwing it on, it's like 5 to 6, but I'm throwing it on a really light line. Yeah. You will. No. That's retarded.
Battery system 70%.
Yeah. I think I could probably troll for 2 days and be okay.
Oh, I'm sure. How big a lithium?
60 amp hour?
Oh yeah. Some people say that they use like the 50, say that they'll run out after, they'll get low after a day. Real heavy current, but that's with the heavy aspect.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still over 26 volts.
They charge fast.
Yeah. Two o'clock. Got plenty of time.
What time is dinner?
Probably 7:30. Yeah, I don't know. There was a couple of things that I caught that felt awful weird, like rope. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Hey! They're apparently all right underneath my boat anyways. I guess so.
It like stopped its head.
Oh! What are you stuck on? Uh-oh. I don't know. Oh, I think he's caught on my... Oh, got him. Oh, pig. I think he got caught on my transducer. $2.15.
What was it?
$2.15. And 3/4. I mean, it's 3 pounds. Well, it didn't nick up the line. Whatever it was, it didn't nick it up.
See, that guy got closer and closer and closer and closer. Yeah. Yeah, you can cast right at me. They're here. I think the last 4 or 5 I caught were 6 feet off the back of the motor. I don't know what it is. Like, I'll move. Like, I was sitting, I don't know, maybe 20 feet up there and catching them all right at the boat. So I moved out here and I made a cast and I caught one where I was sitting, and now I catch them all right at the boat again. I think they use it for shade. Yeah, I figured today would be a good day to come out and see if they're here, because the girls want to go out.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I was going to take them last weekend, but I can't remember what happened. They couldn't go. She threw a fit, got all mad at me. And so I told her I'll take her out for a few hours Sunday morning. As long as it's not too windy.
I think tomorrow looks like
Yeah. And it'll be good for her. I just got them new fishing rods, both her and Liv. They are. And huge with attitude. Solvay's a grown-ass woman, if you ask her. She's gonna be a tough one. No, and it's worse now. Yeah. Yeah, you can't tell her a damn thing anymore. If she doesn't want to hear it, she isn't going to listen to it. What? Not really. I expect it to come soon, though. He's still the tiniest 12-year-old I've ever seen. I'm gonna come around the other side of you. I guess I was sitting right on that hump.
I don't think it matters where he's sitting. It's like,
Yeah, I don't think so.
when you see them when they're up in there, they're moving everywhere.
Yeah.
They're calling ass. Oh, what the hell is this?
There's a couple of them right here. Right here now.
I'm trying to do color today.
What is it? Huh. Like a soft plastic or what?
Huh? No, I'm talking about color palette on the light.
Oh.
They're over there?
Yeah. I lost him though. Caribbean.
I was in here one time and got like maybe 100 yards out from the, I don't know, out right off of that point. They were stacked in there.
Yeah, I feel like that's where I was. I was closer for sure.
Black. Oh! Yeah, that was a good one. Ever. Golly. Suck up there a little closer, Chris.
What was that?
Go up a little closer.
You gonna go in a little bit?
Yeah, right at the very end of my cast.
There he is.
Not as big as I thought it was when it hit. Oh, piss and vinegar though. There's so many up there. Yeah, yeah. But it's so easy. Oh. Calm down.